Ramlethal is in a very interesting spot, and I know this sounds a bit weird considering how a lot of people think she's boring. I think she's kind of boring too, but we'll get into that later. But when I say interesting spot, I mean in terms of growth. I feel like Ramlethal right now has a lot of potential to see a lot of like further development with her like gameplay and her character in general. But despite that, I feel like she still falls flat as a character. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, it's been a minute since I did that. I'm gonna have to do that again. I'm gonna have to do that again. Bring it back, bring it back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wonderland. It's your boy Disco, and I know, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Listen, life happens, you know. Work has been kicking my ass. I've been working 10-hour shifts for 6 days a week, and I'm starting to make me question my sanity, but I was able to get some time off, and now I'm back making videos, and I feel hella excited about it. I miss you guys, even though y'all always say dumb stuff in the comments. I miss that stuff too. But let's get that out the way. We are back. And for today's video, guys, we are talking about Ramlethal and how I feel about her as a character. And right now, I feel like Ramlethal as a character, hate to say it, even though I like her visually, just not that interesting. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, to the details, let's talk about Ramlethal and her Exert counterpart. Ramlethal and Exert was a very corner carry, 50-50, Vortex Okizeme kind of character. And she had quite a bit of an interesting tool set to pull this off. One of those tool sets being her interesting target combo system. Now, normally in Guilty Gear, you have your regular Gatling system where you can chain punch into kick, into slash, into heavy slash, into dust. Ramlethal, on the other hand, wasn't able to do this. Instead, she had a target combo system, whereas instead of having normal chains, she had a very specific list of strings that she can do that can either combo, or she can go into like a high-low, like kind of mix-up kind of situation. When you think about a target combo, think about more so how Tekken kind of works, how they had like a very long, hefty list of like combos and strings that you can do. Ramlethal worked in that sense, and it was kind of weird to me at first because I'm like, yo, damn, this actually looks like a Tekken move list, right? But as I played the character more and I started to figure out how she works and how her strings work and how she normally combos into stuff, I found that she was actually really interesting. And despite the heavy execution barrier that I felt like she had at the time when I was playing her, I feel like when you finally were able to pull off the cool stuff, she was very rewarding. And I think that's the issue with Ram and Strive. It's not the fact that she's not an interesting character. I mean, she's an interesting character in design, right? But her gameplay falls really flat. Now, what's interesting when you think about it, Exoram and Strive Ram both have the same game plan. Her goal was to carry you to the corner and start her offense. The difference is, instead of 50-50s and Okizeme Vortex kind of stuff, this Ram is more on block, string pressure, strike, throw, mix up, that kind of stuff that you do in Strive, you know? Ram as a character overall in Strive has been toned down. Instead of being able to control her serves, now she just tosses them, and if your opponent is close to the corner, it does a little explosion, they get bounced up, and you can run up and do a combo. And yeah, that's fun for like, you know, the first week or so, but over time it's like, this doesn't feel satisfying enough. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like I'm doing much. When I'm playing Ram in neutral, I'm just hitting far slash and heavy slash. That's it. I'm just literally hitting 2 buttons, and I'm winning. I'm winning a lot. When I play against people in Hook's Discord, a Discord that I've been part of for a very long time, shouts to those guys in there. When I win, it doesn't even feel all that fun. You want to know when I have fun with Ram? The most I ever have fun with Ram, like generally laughing, smiling, having a good old time, is when I'm getting away with stuff that shouldn't be working. Example, all Ram normals are anti-airs. So when somebody jump at me and I'm hitting far slash out of a habit, like I'm just hitting far slash, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, I'm just hitting far slash or heavy slash, and it anti-airs, I shit you not. Shouts to my homie Jelly. He's the homie. He's pretty much the reason I got more into anime fighters than I did before. He's been teaching me about Guilty Gear BlazBlue for a long time. When we played, I played as Nago. He's not gonna jump at me. I shit you not. I was pressing 2S out of habit. I'm like, I'm in Nooch, I'm pressing 2S, I don't even care if it hits. He jumps at me, I hit 2S, it anti-airs. If you guys would have heard his reaction, he almost lost it. I was crying. Even though he was beating me, I kept laughing because I knew this character is straight up bullshit. I know it. Brand players know it. They ain't trying to say nothing about it though. Everybody knows it. That's cool, I guess, right? Like, you like broken stuff in fighting games, right? But it doesn't. After a while, it just doesn't feel satisfying anymore. You know, it just feels boring after a while. Like, I'm just hitting far slash, heavy slash, blah blah blah, right? Me and Taylor had a very interesting conversation as to why Ram in this game is not as fun. It's the fact that her game plan does not change at all when it comes to matchups. She doesn't have to play a different way. She doesn't have to change how she approaches her opponent. It's the same across the board. And when he told me this, it made a lot of sense. Because when I play against Nago, I'm just pressing far slash and heavy slash and slowly pushing him to the corner. When I'm playing against Soul, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just using different buttons sometimes. Instead of using far slash, maybe I'm using 6P or 5K at certain ranges, right? But overall, across the board, Ram does not change. She keeps doing the same things over and over again, getting away with the same robbery over and over again. For crying out loud, she has a reversal super with insane hitbox. It doesn't even make sense the ranges that thing hits from sometimes. And yeah, it's fun watching people explode with easy wall splats, corner carries, and good damage and all that. But as an overall character, she's just not it for me. At least right now. So maybe somewhere down the line in the future, people find things with Ram that make her more interesting. Maybe they find some more broken tech with her that I personally would find fun and, you know, looking to explore more into, right? But right now, she just doesn't seem all that interesting to me. And I've been playing her for quite a bit. And despite me winning a lot, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel okay. Maybe winning with a top tier doesn't feel okay. I'm probably wrong at that. Winning with top tier is fun, but Ram as a character it's not it for me. I think that's not only a problem I have with Ram. That this is possibly a problem that I have with the entire cast right now. A lot of characters don't come across as extremely compelling for me to play. And this is like a personal thing. This has nothing to do with Strive at all. Like, this is just a personal thing with me. The only other character I would consider playing and sticking with is probably Soul. And even Soul in this game, like, a lot of Soul players are saying he's getting boring quick, which is crazy because I feel like they're finding something new with the character every day, and that's alarming to me. Jello brought up the fact that GG Strive's starting cast feels weak, and he feels like they should have brought in a lot of different characters, a lot of more bolder picks, and I agreed. We talked about maybe having Abba in, even bringing back a character like Testament, even Zappa. As crazy as those characters are, as bugged out and weird and overall just annoying those characters can be in the older games, when you think about Guilty Gear and what makes Guilty Gear cool is the designs, the characters, and I feel like GG Strive is taking a more safer approach, making characters look more Western, making characters feel more modernized. And I would love to see a modernized Abba, I would love to see a modernized Testament, and I would love to see like a modernized Robo-Kai or Zappa. But if they're gonna tone down the characters this bad, just like the way they did with Ram, I feel like that could really affect the game in the long term, you know? Honestly, if I were development team for Strive, I would take the Dragon Ball approach and make the DLC characters like wild as the game progresses. Like, when you looked at how the DLC roster for Dragon Ball progressed, they got more interesting as they rolled out, to the point where like a lot of the DLC characters felt extremely different than the base roster felt. And I felt like that was a good thing. Characters like Gogeta, Master Roshi, Janemba, those characters really got a lot of love. And I feel like right now the characters in Strive aren't getting much love, and I feel like they need a bit more to take them over the top. In my personal opinion, I could be totally wrong. The characters in Strive might be the most interesting we ever seen, but just in my opinion, I don't feel that way right now. I hope that in the future, even if they don't make any gameplay changes, right? Let's say they don't bring back Gallons. Let's say every character stay relatively the same. I hope at the very least the DLC characters that they drop strike me as fun, strike me as interesting to play. Because right now I'm kind of just going through the cast. I'm playing whoever. I play Kai, I play Leo, and they have some fun things about them. But for some reason, it just don't feel enough. And I brought this up in another video I did about Ram, where I feel like Strive in general just doesn't feel complete. Like some of the characters, like let's take Anji and False for example. Those characters are really bad, and shame on Arxis for making Anji bad. You pick a very good character to bring back in the game. Even though I don't care for Anji like that, that was a good choice. He looks beautiful in this game, and he fucking sucks. Nobody wants to play him. That's bad business, Arxis. Shame on you. But jokes aside, I really do hope that the DLC characters they release keeps me playing this game, because right now the base roster ain't it for me. And as much as I love this game and how fun it feels in the rollback, if I can't vibe with a character in a fighting game, it's hard for me to play. And that's just the cold hard truth. Alright guys, with that being said though, it's good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you like what you saw, please let me know in the comment section below. I feel like Strive's in an interesting place, and I feel like it could be a very good fighting game if a lot of tweaks are made to it. So I want to know what you guys think. What do you think could be done with characters to make them more interesting? What do you think could be done with the game that can make the game overall more interesting? Let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I talked enough. I'm honestly starting to get a little bit dry throat. I'm going to need some of that water. So I'm going to just end it here. It's been nice rocking with you guys once again. Trust me. With me being on vacation, there's going to be more videos coming out, so be on the lookout for those. But all that being said, it's been your boy Disco Wonderland. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all ready? Peace.